All right. So it's gloomy today. It's cold. So let's go ahead and start warming up. And today, twist, pigeon, like there's so many different areas of my body that is tight. There's a couple of different ways that we can go with it. Yeah, we'll do some we haven't done like a really focused class on pigeon and pigeony. I call it pigeony. Like piriformis, like outer hip opening, but also like the erector spinae, like the muscles on the back, the long spaghetti strap muscles on the back is also a good one. So we'll probably hit a little bit of everything, or not a little bit of some combination of those three things: hip flexor strengthening, pigeon, piriformis, and then we'll put some twists in there, because yeah, who doesn't need a bit of twists? All right, so let's go ahead and start into our back. Let me scoot back here. Oh, let's go scoot onto our back, hugs your knees into our chest, rocking from side to side, just beginning to awaken the body, get some movement and heat into our body. Inhale into the low belly, inhale. Exhale, compress. Inhale. Exhale, compress. Hug the right knee to the chest, extend the left leg out long. Cross the left knee across, or sorry, right knee across your body. And take that gentle twist, opening up the right arm out to the side. And actually, we're going to make half snow angels. So we're going to draw the right hand down, and then we're going to make half circles up to the top. Nice and slow. So you can feel actually the stretch hitting differently on the pec muscles in the front. Like you're making half a snow angel while you're in this gentle twist. And I'm going to switch sides. Oh, hug the left knee to the chest, extend the right leg out long. Take it out a little bit wider, and then cross it your body and take that gentle twist. Left arm out to the side. Let gravity open up for a little bit. And then do that half angel, half snow angel. Just to get some movement, some blood flowing this morning. And come back to the center. Take the feet together, knees apart. Clasping the feet. Lowering it down onto the mat. So you're in reclined Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose, or butterfly. Allowing gravity to just kind of open up your inner thighs. Tuck the tailbone. You're going to take bridge in this reclined butterfly pose. So press the feet down. You're going to lift the hips up towards the sky, arching your back. And notice how your knees want to come in. You want to activate your inner thighs. You actually want to press the knees out. So you're in this bridge pose, but you're also pressing the knees down towards the mat. Try to open them some more and then slowly lower down. Rock your lower back out. So you're arching your back some more and then tucking your tailbone. So flattening your back, lifting the hips up in this butterfly pose, pressing the knees out, pressing the soles of the feet together. And release, lower down one more time, arching the back, tucking the tailbone, lift up. Pressing the knees out and lift the hips up high and come back down. Well, take happy baby. Oof, oof, oof. I feel like it feels like it's been a week. I think it's been a week since I've been back. And it feels like, I don't know, I need like a couple more weeks for my body to recover from not doing any yoga while I was out for 2 weeks. I did a lot of walking though. Well, not a ton of walking. Like I hit 10,000 steps a day, which is way more than I get at home. I only do like anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 steps a day when I'm at home. And it's really interesting. You know, once I started tracking the number of steps that I was doing, and it's really interesting to see how little I get, you know, being working from home now. Right? There's really no opportunity to go out and walk anywhere other than walking Kiki to school from the parking lot from where her school is. Okay, we're gonna take figure 4. So right knee over the, right ankle over the left knee, 90 degrees, thread the arms, draw the left thigh bone in, use your right elbow, use your right elbow to press your right knee away. We totally need a figure 4 class today. My paraformance is like, we have not done this in a really long time. And I always think about Todd, because this was his favorite pose, was pigeon. So we're gonna do all kinds of pigeony things today. All kinds of pigeony things today. I have not done this in a while. Inhale. Exhale, draw it even deeper. Oof. Drop the lower part of the body over to the left, and then take that twist. Press the right knee away. So you're pulling your right hip and your right knee away from you towards your feet. You're gonna get that lengthening in your torso. And come back, and come back. And then shake it out. Take happy baby again, kind of pressing down on right and left. Maybe there's a little bit more space on the right side. Let's go ahead and do the left side. Left ankle onto the right knee. Thread the needle. Draw the thigh bone, flexing both feet. Press the left elbow into the left knee. Press that away. Drop it over to the right. Take the twist. And press that, elongating the left side, press the left knee away. And find length in your left torso. And then come back to center, happy baby. Happy baby, happy baby, happy baby. See if you can find some more space. Take Baddha Konasana. Lower the feet down onto the mat. Use the back of the hands to kind of press your knees a little bit wider. See if you can get a little bit more space. And draw the knees together. Rock on up into seated. Roll the shoulders back and down. Plant the feet down. Cat cow here in a seated position. Roll the shoulders back and down. Draw your chest forward. Exhale, dome. Really scoop. See if you can go back into a point where you're like as far back as you can go without like collapsing into the back of the mat. Inhale, come forward. Draw the chest through. Inhale. Exhale, dome.
Then round, 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 round through your spine. Draw forward.
Inhale, exhale, dome.
Inhale, draw forward.
Exhale, dome.
And release. Release, release. We're going to come on up into all fours. Cat-cow through the spine here, but we're really with full engagement of our body. So the fingers, the hands, the claws, the palms, like super active. Roll your shoulders back and down. You're going to engage your serratus, right? You're going to squeeze the oranges underneath your armpits. You're going to engage the serratus. You're going to dome and engage your trapezius. So that's the muscles in between your shoulder blades. You're going to dome those. You're going to use those muscles in between your shoulder blades to draw down towards your tailbone. You're going to use your serratus, squeeze the oranges underneath your armpits, draw them down through your tailbone. And then from there, you're going to cat-cow with all that engagement. With all those things engaged, you're going to cat-cow to drop the chest down, take the gaze up, tailbone up towards the sky, and then you're going to tuck the tailbone with all of those muscles engaged. And it should be pretty intense. You should be building up some heat. Like just a simple, I guess we should adjust in air quotes, simple cat-cow. There's a lot going on. And maybe you can get deeper, access deeper muscles. When you have all of these muscles engaged, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And then your down dog. With the engagement of your trapezius muscles, that's the muscles in between your shoulder blades, can you use that to press your chest through to closer towards your thighs? Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. Just kind of open it up. Let's get that big stretch, big stretch, big stretch, big stretch. Right foot in between the hands, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose, inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands. Step it back, high plank. Lower down knees. Engage trapezius, serratus, dome, lower down. Inhaling, cobra. Release the glute muscles. So shake out the glute muscles, get them to release. This, find your upper back muscles. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg comes up towards the sky. Left foot in between the hands, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, pointing arms up towards the sky. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Lower down. Cobra. So come back down. Plant the hands down. Actually, tent the fingertips. Tent the fingertips. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take, and then come up. So I'll kind of force you to keep your pelvic bone down. Release the glute. Use your upper back muscles. And then come down. Tug the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. You're gonna come down to your knees. Do you have a wall near you? We're gonna do some wall squat things. Actually, we'll do that on the mat first, and then we'll come to the wall. So you don't have to quite move quite yet. Okay. So come down back onto your, down to down dog, into your down dog. So down dog onto the, normally on your mat. Okay, and really use your mid-back muscles, that in between the shoulder blades, your trapezius muscles. Really press that towards your thighs so you can get deeper. So you're really using that and your arm strength, your deltoid strength to get there. Bend the knees, sink your hips way back. And then straighten. And see if you can, so when you bend your knees, you get deeper. You get deeper, and then when you straighten your legs, can you maintain more of that, that deeper engagement? So bend the knees. So now you're using more of that mid upper back. Keep that engagement, now straighten the legs and see how much further deeper you can, that you were able to maintain. One more time, bend the knees. And then straighten the legs, keeping that engagement with the trapezius, that mid back muscle. And lower down, come into all fours. Now we're gonna do the same thing. It's a little bit harder. It's going to be, we're gonna do pike on the wall. Right, so measure out. So you're doing, I guess it's not, is it L-stand? No, it's not. Is it L-stand? I don't know what it is anymore. Okay, so measure out, find where your hands go. Okay. So if you sit with your back against the wall, you measure where your feet are, that's where your hands go. And then you want your feet at 90 degrees. So if it's easy, it's probably your feet are too high. Right, so I think it's about here for me. I think I'm gonna squat. I've got my active, my trapezius active. I'm pushing with my hands and my arms, and I'm going to straighten. And I'm in my L stand. But my goal is to get my chest to the wall, pressing my chest as much to the wall. Yeah, and then so when you need to take a rest, you bend your knees, right? And then straighten out the legs. And it's a lot of it's going to be that mid back, nice, mid back. So you want to keep pressing your chest towards the wall, So when you straighten out your legs, it should feel super hard. So Charlie, if you're able to walk your hands closer to the wall, it might feel really hard. But like, yeah. Does this feel hard? It should feel hard. It should feel super hard. Yeah, so bend your knees, and then keep your engagement of your trapezius, straighten out your legs, and keep getting your chest closer to the wall, chest closer to the wall, chest closer to the wall for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good morning, everybody. All righty, let's come back into a down dog. Down dog should be like a piece of cake. Totally like a piece of cake. Now we're getting warm. Right, now we're working. Now we found those trapezius muscles. Where have they been our whole life? Down dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Whew, oh wow, look how much deeper we can get into our down dog. Because those are some trapezius muscles that are getting our chest closer. There. All righty. Okay. Where were we? Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. Swing away, forward runner's lunge, drop back knee down, inhale, forward, up and back. Open up to the chest. Keep sending your hips forward. Reaching the arms back, neutralizing the spine. Windmill the hand down, pop the back knee off the mat, rock it forward, rock it back. Rock forward, rock back, left hand down, runner's lunge twist. Let's start getting that outer right hip. Outer right hip and piriformis. Today, we threw in there some upper back in there. I told you we kind of like hit a couple of things. Not all the things, but a couple of things. Last week was our break. Last week was our easy week. Windmill the right hand down, pop the back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Slowly come on up. And close the pose, inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward, inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot back, drop the back knee down. Inhale, forward, up and back. Exhale, open. Inhale. Windmill the hands down, step it back, high plank. Lower down, inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge, drop the back knee down. Inhale, forward, up and back. Exhale, open. Inhale, up. Exhale, windmill the hands down, pop the back knee off the mat. Rock forward, rock back. Right hand down. Runner's lunge twist. Get deep in your twist. Find length. Can you rotate your belly button up towards the sky? That's going to help you get that twist and that outer left hip. Lower the left hand down, pop the back knee. Sorry, pop the back foot to the top of the mat. It's forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the right foot back, drop the back knee down. Inhale, forward, up and back. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. We're going to side bend. Right hand finds the left wrist. Side bend over. Wait, is it this way? No. Why does this not feel right? Sorry, other hand. I think it's the other hand. Yeah, sorry. Right wrist, sorry. Left hand finds the right wrist, side bend over to the left. So finding that stretch, pressing the right knee down into the mat, taking the twist over to the left side. Left palm presses down into the right fist for that twist. And squeeze the inner thighs to help stabilize yourself. Inhale, coming up. Windmill the hands down, step back. High plank, lower down, inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. Should feel a little bit more open. We're going to come forward, right foot in between the hands, drop the back knee down, inhale, forward, up and back. Exhale, open. Inhale, tall. Now side bend over to clasp the left wrist, side bend over to the right. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take the twist. So left hand makes the fist, right hand presses the palm down. Take that twist, twist, twist. Get deep into your belly. And slowly release. Come on up. Windmill the hands down, pop the back knee off the mat. We're going to shift the weight forward. If you need a block, grab a block. We're going to go into revolved half moon. Revolved half moon. Left hand down. Right arm comes up towards the sky. Really get that outer right hip. So find length in your left rib cage. Windmill the hands down for standing split. Bend the knee, bend both knees. Left knee touches the back of the right calf. Exhale, straighten out both legs, continue into your standing split and get deeper. Bend both knees. Left knee touches the back of the right calf. Exhale, straighten. And then come down and have a seated twist.
So you can do your seated twist both two ways. You can do your seated twist two ways. You can do it how we normally do it. You can place a block behind you, use your hands, press down your right hand and twist like this. Or you can come and have it, I think this gets a little deeper, where you're seated onto your foot. Right, so my left, you see this? My left foot is tucked underneath, like so. And this gets it a little deeper. I can use my strap. And I'm coming a little bit more forward and a little bit more perched. Right, so I'm actually kind of kneeling on and sitting onto the left heel of my foot. And this gets it a little bit deeper. It hits at the twist a little bit differently. Whew. Oh, where were we? Okay. All right. Gotta wring out all the pina coladas that I had when I was in Hawaii. Okay. All right. So come back into all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. How did we get here? I don't remember how we got here. I know we ended up in half moon. I don't remember how we ended up in half moon. Inhaling, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing the way forward, runner's lunge, drop the back knee down. Inhale, forward, up and back. I really don't remember where we were. How do we get to like standing split? Does anyone remember? All right. I'm like totally drawing a blank. So like we went into half moon, but we came from here from somewhere. I don't remember how we got here. All right, come into crescent lunge. We'll figure it out. Inhale, forward, up and back. Opening through the chest. I'm going to shift our weight forward into half moon, a revolved half moon. Take the block. Where did it come from? Right hand down, left arm goes up towards the sky. Lower the left hand down. Now we got standing split. This I do remember. We have standing split on this side. By lengthen your right side body, your right torso. Bend both knees. Round. Exhale, straighten, go deeper. So walk the hands closer to the feet. Drive your chest closer to your thighs. Bend. And straighten. Bend. And straighten. Go deep, go deep, go deep, go deep, go deep, and then come down for Ardha Matsyendrasana, seated twist. Two ways to do seated twist. You can either tuck your right foot and sit on your right heel and drape the strap, or you could just take normal seated twist, either way. It just gets at the twist a little differently.
And release. Whew. All right. Come forward. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhaling. Right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Rock forward, rock back. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way, coming up. And close the pose. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step it back. High plank, lower down, find that trapezius, inhaling up dog, trapezius, here we go. Tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward. Runner's lunge, rock forward, rock back. We're gonna come into pyramid pose, pop the back foot in a little bit closer, find a block. All right, how do I do this? I guess we don't need a block. So pyramid pose, inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, flat back. Pull the right hip back. So take your right thumb, pull the right hip back. And keep squaring those hips off. And maybe you want 2 blocks to press down, flat back, reach the collarbone forward. Use those trapezius muscles. Use those trapezius muscles. No, revolve triangle. Revolve triangle. So if you need to take your feet wider, take it wider. Left hand down, right arm to the sky. Really get to that outer right hip. Now I'm going to go forward into that revolved half moon again, but this time I'm going to go deeper, deeper, deeper. So left hand forward, float the left leg off the mat. We're going to take the right hand, find the ankle, kick the foot into the hand, and then also get to that twist, right? So you want that right outer hip, outer right hip. And release, release, release. Come on up, tuck the left knee in to the chest. Toss the right arm overhead. We're going to extend that left leg forward into a hand to foot pose. And really reach the chest forward. So you don't want to round your back. You want to do the opposite of that. You want to reach the chest forward.
We're going to switch hands. So I'm coming to that hand to foot pose twist. That's going to get at the outer right hip on the other side. So we're in left leg is kicking into my right hand. And now we're going to figure four, standing figure four. If you want to, you can hold on to a couch or a wall, but the key is to reach the hips back, arms forward. Hips back, arms forward. It's starting to rain. It's raining. Did I close the door? Yes, I closed the door. Somebody closed the door. Okay. It's raining. It's raining. Arms forward, hips back. And then come down and have a seat. Roll the shoulders back and down. Press the chest forward. Into that seated figure four. Ooh. And then drop the legs over to the right, take the twist over to the left. All right. And then look, we're all set up for double pigeon. Look at that. Stacking the left knee over the right for the shin bones. The shin bones are parallel. So making sure that they're a little bit out, a little bit further, flexing the feet there. Reaching the chest forward. Walking the hands forward. Inhale, come on up. I'm going to swing the left leg behind and we're going to come and do our pigeon. Pigeon, pigeon. We're going to tuck our toes. I'm going to do active pigeon. So pop the back knee off the mat and really press down while using your right shin bone and lift up into a very active pigeon. We're going to get our muscles turned on, get them active and working before we come down for a more passive sleepy pigeon, pigeon on vacation, and then come down. So I can definitely tell that my pigeon is definitely not as open. Definitely not as open as before my vacation. So it's just so amazing that, well, amazing in a not so great way that it just goes away. Not that it goes away so fast, like it does kind of go away, but like when you go back and rebuild it, it's not as hard as the first time, but you do have to take the opportunity and the chance and the time to actually go rebuild it, rebuild the strength, rebuild the opening. So there were yoga classes on the beach, right? There were the Westin did offer like yoga classes, but they're like, you know, super gentle yoga classes. Super gentle. All right, come on up. Tuck the back toe under, one-legged down dog, big leg circles. Big leg circles. And then lower the right leg down, inhaling, left leg comes up towards the sky. Twist peekaboo underneath your left arm, left foot in between the hands. Runner's lunge, rock forward, rock back. We're gonna come into a pyramid pose. So pop the back foot in closer, straighten out both legs. Left thumb into the left hip, pulls the left hip back. Keep pulling that left hip back. And for me, it took me about like what, 12 seconds before like I felt some of my hip muscles just release so that they would even stretch. So if you have to breathe into the pose and just allow your muscles, give it time, right? Because when it's first starting to stretch, it's in a defensive position. So it's actually contracted. So you have to give it a little bit more time before it'll be like, it's okay, come on out, little muscle. All right, a revolve triangle. So take your feet wider if you need to. Revolve triangle, right hand down. Left arm goes up towards the sky. And really get that outer left hip, feel the stretch kind of in that different area of that outer right hip. You know, we're going from pyramid, which is our torso facing down, to revolve triangle, which is our torso twisted. So you can feel like how the stretch moves around in the hips. And now we're going to go to half moon with a bind. I'm going to feel how that changes what stretches in the outer hip. So left hand finds the right foot. You're going to kick the foot into the hand, lift the knee up towards the sky. You still maintain that twist, that lengthen in that right rib cage, right torso, and you keep lifting that right knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to slowly come on up, right knee to the chest. Standing, toss the left arm back. Finds length. Hand to foot pose. Right hand to the right foot. Press your chest forward. Lift, lift, lift. Pull that right hip back. Pull the right hip back. Now we're going to switch sides or switch hands so that you're in a hand to foot pose twist. That really gets that to the outer right hip. Oop, oop, oop. And release. We're going to come to a figure four, standing figure four. Standing figure four. So hips go back, arms reach forward. Bend the knee. The more you bend, the deeper the stretch. Oh. Oh. And then come down and have a seat in figure four. And then drop the legs over to the left. Take the twist over to the right. And then double pigeon. Oh. And just kind of take an audit, awareness, take note of how your hips feel, how your mostly your outer hip feels right now compared to the beginning of class. We're going to swing our left leg back behind us. We're going to come into an active pigeon. Active pigeon. So our right toes are tucked underneath. Our knee is off the mat. And we're pressing down onto our shin bone, our left shin bone, to get active pigeon. This side is harder for me. Way harder. I don't know why. Way harder. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then come on down to pigeon. Oof. Tuck the back toe under. Lift the left leg, big leg circles. Big leg circles, big leg circles. Lower the left leg down. Walk the hands to the feet. Take the heels together, knees apart. Round and dome. You may feel that there's maybe some more space in your lower back because we've done some twists today. We didn't directly open up the lower back. We did some twists, which twists, remember, lengthen the spine, and therefore you should have more length in your lower back.
Okay, so. All right. We're gonna do crow, training wheel crow with straightening your arms. Okay. You're like, what are you talking about? All right, before we go into full out crow, we're going to put our left foot is going to stay on the ground. We're going to come forward. We're going to lift our right foot off the ground, but we're going to try to straighten our legs. My left foot is still on the ground, but I'm really, really, really doming. I'm really, really engaging through my core. I'm really doing my tuck on my right side. My left toe is on the ground, but I am working on straightening my arms. So the challenge, because normally we do bent arm crow is different, right? But straight arm crow requires a lot more engagement of the oblique, the core, deep into your low belly. So we get to keep our left foot onto the ground. So we'll do that, come back down, do it 2 times, or do it 2 more times, so 3 times on each side. Yeah. So the right knee goes way up high onto the tricep. Arms are trying to straighten. And I'm really pulling, really tucking in my right leg. And I can tell you when something's shaking, like my body is definitely shaking. Yeah, and if you get to straight arms. But it requires, Anjali, for you to have more tuck. So that right knee to go super, super, super higher. So almost like that right knee into the armpit, tuck. Ooh, cramp, belly cramp, belly cramp. Yeah, and then if you haven't already done so, switch sides. Switch sides, switch sides. And then maybe we'll figure out why this is relevant for next pose. Yeah, that's better, that looks better, that looks way better. Yeah, so aim the knee for the armpit. Aim the knee for the armpit. So we're gonna lift the heels up way high. We're gonna compact way up into the armpit. Straighten out the arms. When you straighten out the arms, you can feel the need for the oblique to work more. My legs are shaking. Yeah. Do you feel that? You feel that? Like that's your core working. That's because you guys said last week was easy. I needed that easy. I needed an easy class last week. I was like, I was not ready to move very much. All right, one more time. Lift the heels up super high, compact yourself. And maybe you can, I got it for like a half second. I got it for a half second, straight arm crow, both feet off the ground, but that's a bonus. Okay, now we're gonna do Galavasana. Charlie can rock Galavasana better than like any of us. This is like Charlie's pose, Galavasana. So Galavasana, figure 4. I like to start off in figure 4, standing figure 4. The key is hooking the foot around the tricep. There was something else. I did a class and it was like, I forget what it was, but it wasn't like hooking the foot. It was doing something and it like made everything feel lighter. And I can't remember for the life of me what it was. Because it was almost like we weren't putting the weight onto the tricep. Because if we went down, then the weight would be heavy. But I can't quite remember what it was. But anyway, figure 4, Galavasana, hook the foot around the tricep, compact yourself. That oblique crunch that we did should probably help you.
So that's probably the second time I've ever gotten to extend my leg. I can't figure out how to get the leg up. I got it like back, but I can't figure out how to get it up quite yet. But at least I got it back, which is like before I just couldn't get my leg off my left, my straight leg too straightened, my back leg too straightened. But you need to go more forward than you think you do. Yeah, that's it. There you go, Anjali. Yeah. 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 I don't know if you've ever done that before, but that was great. Right? That's so I'm gonna try that one more time, make sure it wasn't a fluke or anything. I'm gonna try to see if I can get the leg up higher, right? Like instead of it back, because right now it's kind of like going back across the horizon instead of up, which I can't really quite. I think it's a mechanics thing. It's a balance point thing. Right, there's always something, there's always like the next thing, right? Like before I couldn't get my leg to even lift off. And then now I'm like, okay, I can get it to lift off, but I'm trying to get it to point up. Right, there's always something, there's always that next layer of improvement. We're never done. There is no, what is the definition of done? We're never done. Oh, I know what it was. It was hamstring. That's what it was. So I took this whole class and it was all around like having your quads and your hamstrings active at the same time. Like think about what is a straight leg? What is a straight leg? Right? What like what thing when you're lifting a straight leg, right? Because we always talk about like, okay, if my leg is bent, this is my hamstring contracting. And I forget when and then when I straighten, I forget what muscle. I think it's the quad, right? But if it's a straight leg and the leg lifts, that's right. Because there was this whole class about strengthening hamstrings, because in yoga, we don't strengthen our hamstrings, right? And that's why. So what lifts? I forget what it is. There's two things that because we're lifting if we lift our leg this way, this is hip flexor, right? If we lift our leg this way, that is hamstring. So now I know what it was. It's like when you're in Galavasana and we're trying to lift the leg, we're not thinking about using our hamstrings to lift our leg, which is probably why it's hard. So let's do the other side of Galavasana. And I remember this was like an aha moment that I should have written in my notebook. That like when you're in Galavasana, you got your leg back, you have to use your hamstring to lift it up higher. And like I was trying to use like every other muscle than my hamstring. So try that. I know we didn't spend a lot of time on hamstring. We'll have to do hamstrings another day. But that was the light bulb moment for me, which was, oh, you lift your leg because it's back, right, with your hamstring, right? Because that's what makes it go up. So try that. This side is harder and my muscles are shaking. So something must be working. So I thought about like scorpion, right? Because like if I lift my leg like this is hamstring, right? Like if we do all these exercises, this is the hamstring. So I was trying to think of, oh, I need to scorpion my leg and then somehow it like magically lift it up. I didn't quite get it, but like at least like the brain cell connections were there and trying to figure out like what muscle it is. Yeah, so think about that's your hamstring. That's your hamstring. It's this, right? And it's like it's one of the weaker muscles because it's not something that we work on a lot in yoga at all. Right, hamstring strength. You know, so when we're in a tuck position, we always think about our hip flexors. We never think about this. Right. So when we're in Galavasana, and we're in the compact position, we're not really thinking about like that tuck leg, right? And like when I did the tuck leg and I squeezed from a tuck leg, you'll have to experiment. Like that didn't really do it for me. Like I was activating my hamstring, but it was going the wrong way. So I was like, oh, I need to think scorpion. And so maybe that'll work. So we'll see. And that actually got my leg up higher. So for me, it's like, oh, I want to think scorpion. But anyway, oh, alrighty, come on down. Come on down. Oh, all right. So we did a lot of figure four, a lot of like opening of the hips. My low back feels really good. So let's go ahead and take it down to happy baby. And just taking the legs here, happy baby, rocking it out from side to side, seeing how your, now the inner thighs, we did not work on the inner groin, inner thigh area. So those are going to be a little different, but we can straighten out the legs here into a V. We'll press our low back into the mat and kind of lengthen out through the spine. We're going to do eagle legs, cross, cross, and squeeze and tuck and hold. And then taking those legs out, cross, cross into eagle legs and squeeze and tuck and hold. And then just take the legs. What do? We did a lot of closed twists. So some bridge, plant the soles of the feet down, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips into bridge pose. And take the legs out, take the legs down, take the arms overhead. Give yourself a nice big stretch. And one side to the other. And lower the arms down by your side, palms facing up towards the sky. Allowing all of your muscles to just sink heavy, heavy, heavy into the mat. Slowly rolling over to one side, pressing yourself up to seated, keeping the eyes closed, rooting your sit bone into the earth. Inhaling all the way, and arms all the way up towards the sky, drawing them down to heart center, bowing forward. Namaste.